I found out my dad was lying to us for 20 years by a single letter. For most of my life, I believed my father was the most honest man I knew. He wasn't emotional or expressive, but he was consistent. And as a kid, I thought consistency meant truth. That belief ended the night I opened a letter that was never meant for me. One envelope, one unfamiliar name, and a secret that had been buried for 20 years. Growing up, my dad never talked about his past. Whenever I asked what his life was like before marriage, he would smile and say, "Nothing worth remembering, just work." My mom never questioned him, and neither did I. Our family was quiet and predictable. I thought that meant everything was stable. A few weeks after my dad had a minor surgery, I stayed home to help clean and organize his old things. While going through a shelf, I noticed a book that felt heavier than it should have. When I opened it, an envelope slipped out. It was old, yellowed, and sealed. There was no return address, only my dad's name, written in handwriting I didn't recognize. I stood there for a moment, debating whether to open it. Something about it felt wrong, but curiosity won. The letter was dated 20 years ago. The first line made my chest tighten. I don't know how much longer I can keep this from them. I read it again and again. As I continued, the letter talked about a broken promise, a mistake that couldn't be undone. And then it mentioned a child. I froze. The name in the letter wasn't my mom's. It wasn't anyone I knew. The final line said, "If this ever comes out, everything I've built will fall apart." That's when I realized my dad hadn't just hidden a mistake. He had hidden an entire part of his life. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I sat across from him at the kitchen table and placed the letter between us. At first, he laughed and said I was misunderstanding it. Then he saw the date, and his face changed completely. His hands started shaking as he sat down. For the first time in my life, my father looked scared. He told me the truth. Before marrying my mom, he had been in another serious relationship. It ended badly, and there was a child he never told anyone about. He said he believed disappearing was better than destroying two families, so he chose silence. But silence doesn't erase the past, it only hides it. I asked him why he never said anything. He looked at me and said, "Because one lie was easier than destroying everything." I didn't tell my mom, not yet, because some truths don't just hurt people, they rewrite every memory you thought was real. And the scariest part wasn't discovering the lie, it was realizing how easily it lived beside us for 20 years.